beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to Zodiac Axis. I didn't know this page was actually a thing. I honestly did not know this page was a thing. So, look at all these hearts. We are getting very close with Leaf, actually. We don't know who this mystery guy is, so I kind of spoiled that for myself. Oh, that's great. That's great, that's great. He called me Zax. Crap, what do I do? Should I bluff and claim that he told me earlier? Should I make up some story about meeting him a long time ago and he just doesn't remember? Should I feign confusion and say that it was instinctive and I myself don't know? Everything sounds ridiculous. Well, there's a funny story behind that. Hey, you don't have to look so serious, you know. I'm just curious. This isn't an interrogation or anything. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, right. I just successfully psyched myself out. Maybe it's because my previous meeting were traumatic. Beckett first met me when I was sneaking around the back hallway. Leaf was being Leaf. And Hall tried to kill me. Kind of. But Zach seems really laid back. I think I can finally relax. I overheard some of the kids saying your name earlier. Huh, that makes sense. Did they though? They said teacher. I don't remember them saying Zach's. So what brings you to this school? Old memories? Yeah, something like that. Perfect. Can I get your number? Whoa, dude, that's fast. Wait, what? Why? You're smart, you're cute, and you seem good with kids. Oh my god, this guy. It can't be. Have you ever considered becoming a teacher? Yeah, it can't be. I'm not really the teaching type, I don't know if you guys can hear him. Like, the volume is up. It's up. A wise man once said, everyone teaches at some point in their lives. It's just a question of who and how. Charming platitude. Thanks. I have a whole collection of them. So, what do you say? Hey! I smell a con scheme, Rise. Oh, it's Julie? Are you trying to blackmail someone into substituting for you again? What? You wound me, Jules. Miss Jules? Wait a minute. July, as in the singer July. Okay, I thought her name was July. Whose audio engineer is Leaf, who is close friends with Beckett, whose uncle is Halt? How could anyone claim that there's a connection between the suspects? Hi. Oh, hi. Are you Rise's new target? Rise? Target? Don't listen to him, little dumpling. He just wants more people to fill up his potential substitute roster so he can play hooky more often. That's not true. I'm just trying to give more people the fulfillment of raising the next generation. You hear that? Shady. All of it. Really shady. Hang on. Sweet saints! Sweet saints of the sea! You're the darling Honey Nugget fan. Yes, I am. What? You two know each other? No way! You two know each other? And you two know each other? This must be destiny. I just love unexpected connections, don't you? I don't know. I guess it depends on what skills the unexpected Rhetorical question, Rise. Of course everybody loves unexpected connections. Point aside, we're digressing. Reese. Oh, Reese. Sorry, I've been saying completely wrong now. Thank God she said his name. Reese, could you lend me your voice again? Why is it called Reese? Well, Honey Nugget, that's a bit of a long story. Something we don't have the time for, unfortunately. Tell you later? If we see each other again, sure. Of course we will. Darling Honey Nugget. It's obvious that the chains of fate have already tied us to the same boat. Chains of fate, or just a really eccentric tabloid boss. So, Jules, when do you need me to record? Record? Is he also a singer? The files didn't indicate that he was a musician. Maybe it's just his hobby. Honestly, at this point, maybe I should just forget about the files. We can record at your earliest convenience. I'll substitute for 3 days. That should work, right? Since I'm already in their system. You sure know how to make a deal. Should we get... Should we go practice at your house? Sounds good. We'll be ditching a darling honey nugget, though. Oh, please go ahead. I was just passing by, anyway. Well, if you say so. Let me treat you sometime, though, okay? It's the second time I've done this to you, so I feel kinda bad. Oh, and Allison? At the very least, let me offer you a favor for helping Josie out. Redeemable anytime. Thank you. I'll let you know. Well, see ya! Have the loveliest of lovely days. Bye, Allison. Call me crazy, but I get the feeling that we'll be seeing each other quite often. Stop trying to seduce people as potential substitute teachers, Reese. I was gonna say Rise. Reese. And leave the poor dumpling alone. Jules? It's not seducing. I'm not seductive. I'm... Jules! Quite seductive to me, Zach's natural flirt instinct. It's something that's unexplainable. Some are more attuned to it than others. Some believe in it more than others. Some use it more than others. But when it comes to instinct, there's always two incontrovertible facts. 1, it exists. 2, it rarely makes sense. Reporters usually need it, but normal people? Hello? Then again, it's not like you could say that Zach Hardenfest was a completely normal person. Half normal, perhaps. That's the closest he can get. From an outside perspective, maybe my first meeting with Zach was something cute and fluffy and inviolable. Something that would show up in novels or TV dramas under the category of romance fiction. Plot point A. Young, compassionate woman meets laid-back, kindly teacher. Plot point B. Destiny continuously leads the two to each other. Plot point C. A courtship of purity, sweetness, and tender beauty begins. Plot point D. The woman learns a dangerous truth. Of course, such a perfect story relies on 2 vital points. Number 1. The young woman and the laid-back teacher met each other without any previous ulterior motives. Number 2. The laid-back teacher is who he seems to be. But he's not. Dun dun dun. Unfortunately, in this case, neither point was true. Ox. My brother is an ox. A bovine. Honest-natured, dangerous when provoked. Very true. Very true. Very true. You would not want to mess with my brother when you jab him too many times. August 24th. I am obsessed with the colors, guys. Still obsessed with it. Only one person left. Marin Teller, a successful entrepreneur. Apparently her most recent business venture is a music store called Audius. It's literally 1 block away from Beckett's Diner. Is that a coincidence? How do we have one more guy? Based on the log. Ooh. Is that Asuna? It's not Asuna. Who are these? These guys are cute. And here we are. A friendly little music store, huh? I'm surprised that an entrepreneur would expect this to sell well. Feels almost like a casual coffee shop. Looks like customers can just come in and listen to music. Vinyl records, cassettes, CDs, everything from vintage to modern. The vintage stuff is pricier, but it's not ridiculous. I wonder how they make money. Welcome to Audius. Can I help you? Why do I keep running into this guy in random places? Hi. What are you doing here? I work here. How can I help you? He's a clerk for a music store? Is that a good idea? I was looking for the owner. Already? Huh? What do you mean already? We've only been talking for 1 minute. Why are you so quick to call for the manager? I'm not reporting you. I just want to meet the owner. Why? I'm curious about how this business works. It's a store. People buy music. You don't say. But that doesn't explain how this place earns a profit. Most people buy their audio digitally nowadays. And the fact that there's a free listening policy is almost a disincentive for purchases. I was just curious on how this place made money. You're here to learn about business? Well, Marine or Marin? Tell her it's a businesswoman. I figure that she'd only respect a business-related reason. Sorry. Hey, camera girl. Are you intentionally loitering at the checkout line, or is the purchase of an item sometime within your 5-year plan? Oh, are you guys siblings? Oh, well that's convenient. Foolishness. Loitering is always highly inconvenient. That is why it is commonly prohibited. She was actually looking for you, Miss Teller. Me? What for? An interview? Journalist, death itself could not be more persistent. Or... odious? Odious? What makes you think she's a journalist? The camera, obviously. She's a photographer. As are all journalists. I don't like the direction this is headed. I was just passing by the music store and I found it interesting. I couldn't think of how a physical music store could be seen as a market ripe for profit. Good question. The answer is simple. It is not. Pardon? It will not result in a sizable profit. In fact, breaking even would be a miracle in and of itself. But aren't you an entrepreneur? Isn't making money important?
I see.
Ah, I see. You're a corporate spy. Pardon?
Well,
Not only are you already aware of my identity, but you're seeking information on my latest business agenda, looking to uproot me. I would ask who hired you, but I am certain you would say nothing. Corporate politics definitely have nothing to do with this. If I gave my detailed business plans to any poor soul who asked, I would not have a cent sent to my name. People are innate liars and thieves. They hear and they steal. Hence why the patent system is such a necessity. Okay, fine. Just don't tell me anything. You always accuse your customers of being corporate spies?
actually,
You're not a customer. A customer is defined by an incoming transaction, of which you have made none. Miss Teller, weren't you supposed to limit your visits? Has she scared away customers before? Little wonder with a personality like this. Louis, do not give me that face. I trust my intuition. This woman is not a potential customer. She is a predator. A predator?
suppose the following.
Let me ask you a question, camera girl. Suppose there are two snakes, one that has been raised in the wild as its natural state, and one that has been raised in a civilized household. The snake with a civilized household has been pampered with love and acceptance as a treasured pet. Which is more dangerous? The domesticated snake? Because I feel like it would go cray without all that love. I don't know where she's going with this, but I'm going to assume that it's a trick question. The domesticated snake. A domesticated snake harbors the same destructive potential as its wild counterpart, but it is unaware of it. At any moment, the dormant instincts could spring awake. A domesticated snake is unpredictable, and that is the greatest threat. Whereas one always knows how to act around wild snakes. This lady has severe issues. A loving family raised a boa constrictor as one of their own. It suffocated the father upon reaching adulthood. It had lived peacefully for years, and yet all it took was one moment to change. Wait, is that a real story?
Perhaps.
Look it up. Why bother asking me whether I'm lying about my own words? Right. And what's your point with this whole snake thing?
Oh,
What do you think? Everyone is a snake. Honestly. We all have that snake vibe sometimes toward people. Everyone is a snake. The snake is everyone. What manner of new age balderdash is this? A recently developed worldview? What's next? I'm the snake, you're the snake, we're all the snake? Yeah. No, camera girl, you're the only one who is a snake. Gosh darn it. Not in my eyes. Everybody's a snake in their own way. Fine though. I'm the snake. You're saying that I'm the snake. That I'm unpredictable. That because I'm trying to be nice and civil and not being obvious about my intentions, I'm dangerous. That if you humor me, I could end up backstabbing you.
precisely.
I'm glad that you see truth. So, why are you, a respectable young woman outside the target demographic, entering this music store? Why are you, a citizen with a camera, speaking with the owner about her business agenda? And why do you, a person who I've seen for the first time, already know my name and occupation? Very little about this visit makes sense, bearing three explanations. 1. You're a journalist. 2. You're a corporate spy. 3. You're romantically infatuated with someone who frequents this place, whether a customer or a clerk. I see you're surprised. Naturally, I do not claim to understand the workings of the ridiculous, inefficient concept of non-platonic emotion. That being said, it is a highly probable option that I cannot afford to neglect. So, what shall it be? What shall it be? Is the idea of someone being randomly curious foreign to her? Maybe it is because she lives and breathes in an atmosphere stuffed with business politics. What am I supposed to say? Oh! Wow, Wowie again. It's Mars! Oh, can I just call her Mars? Because I really do not know how to say her name. Are you serious? More connections? Oh, no. Nope. Siri thought I called for her. How silly. Let's just say that everyone is married to each other and call it a day. Hiya, Twitchy. We're here for the recording session. I'll meet you in the back room. Well, if it isn't Harvenfest and Regale.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Mars.
Well,
How's business? Doing well enough naturally. Off to record? Reese is giving me some background vocals. Isn't that sweet of him?
No.
Not particularly. Is it not a symbiotic exchange rather than a gift? How many days did you offer to substitute this time? Hey, I mean, I like it too. The kids are super adorable. You should give it a try sometimes, Mars. By all that is good on this earth, please know. I would rather cast a crown jewels to a pastel of hogs. Regardless, I shall leave Lewis to attend to this business. Take care. As for you, camera girl, let us not meet again. I feel it would result in misfortune. Goodbye to you too. Hey, wait, it's you. Huh? Oh, yes. Hi. Sweet Saints, it's the Honey Nugget. This is what? Wait, this is what? 5th time? 3rd? It must be destiny. We're fated to be sisters for life. Let's meet up for coffee sometime. I know this great diner that makes the best brew ever. Diner, huh? Don't tell me. So, how did you find Mars? Mars? As in Marine? Right? Jules is curious because Mars is a bit, well, rough around the edges, as you probably learned. That's one way to put it. Aw, don't be discouraged. She gave you the talk, didn't she? The talk? You know, about domesticated and wild snakes and how you're a domesticated snake. Oh, yeah, she did. Don't think too much about it, okay? She does that to everyone. It's a sign that she wants to like you. True. If she didn't like you, she would have formally introduced herself and started networking. That's when you know you need to run. So, it's no biggie she calls you a predator. Called you a predator? Is that a bad thing?
Hey.
It's a compliment from her. Very bad then. A compliment. Very, very bad from the sounds of it. Well, I've gotta get to work for now, but let me give you my number. I'm serious on the coffee deal, okay? Oh, thanks. See ya. Is a compliment from Marines synonymous with the plague? We're just overthinking things. Don't freak out about it. That doesn't sound ominous or anything. Hey, on the bright side, my intuition was on point. I predicted yesterday that we'll be seeing each other quite often. Who knew that'd be this soon, right? Well, apparently July and I are fated to be sisters, so that's a thing. What about us? Us? When do you say that this feels like fate? Are you hitting on me? Guy hitting on me? He's gonna be like, no. Saying it anyways. Are you hitting on me? Crap! No! I was implying, you know, destined as teacher and substitute or something. Oh, right. Are you really that crazy about getting substitute teachers? How do you keep your job at that school if you never actually teach? Teach plenty. It's just, you know, it's kind of sad if children are only surrounded by a homogeneous environment throughout their entire early development. Same classmates, same teachers, same building, all from age 6 to age 11. By introducing them to people from different occupations and cultural backgrounds, they get a more holistic view of society. That's eloquent, but it also sounds like a bunch of hogwash. Eloquence is my specialty, usually. And hogwash? Also my specialty. How do you get past the paperwork? All you need is a bachelor's degree for any accredited 4-year university. Oh, and no criminal record. No teacher's credentials are required. Really? Yep, it's just substitute teaching for elementary school kids after all. A fingerprint test and some paperwork later, you're good to go. Unless you have a criminal record. I don't know. That one time where I broke into a federal prison might reflect poorly on my character. Broke into? Not out of? Does it matter? Well, one goes one direction, the other goes the opposite direction. Eloquent. My specialty. Hey, Reese, sorry, not Rice. Reese, get your lazy bum over to the music. To this music. My phone's going off. That's emails. Right. Well, it was nice talking with you, Allison. I've got to go pay my dues. Let me know when you need to cash in that paper, okay? You know where to find me. We still haven't found that guy. We have one more guy, based on my backlog. 4 suspects in half an hour. I've always thought that it had been a bit excessive. At the time I was optimistic. I believe that maybe I'd just been lucky. Now, well, I don't think that's the case. I think that they were unlucky. Once there was a girl. Most believe that she never had a childhood, but that's false. Everyone has a childhood. Everyone was born at some point, wailing and screaming and fragile in a beautiful bundle of life's beginnings. Not everyone has the privilege of staying young, but that's a different story. Once there was a girl, and she was very, very clever. This clever girl learned certain ordinary things from a young age, like manners and arithmetic, and the inner workings of running a business. She also did not learn certain things that she should have ordinarily learned, like empathy and love and altruism. Once this clever girl grew into a clever woman, and that was her problem. Frankly speaking, that's everyone's problem. She was too caught up in being clever to see where it led, the lonely, lovely road paved with blood and iron. And in the end, all it took was one person to bring her life crashing down. Wow, destiny. Preordained, self-made and self-inflicted. I really love when they show that words and stuff. Oh, it's nighttime in my house. Hello. I'm calling the phone. Oh, was Pathfinder the guy I haven't seen yet? Miss Hart, splendid timing. Here to report, sir. I found something kind of weird. All of the suspects are well acquainted with one another. I recall that you mentioned that none of them were connected, so what does connection have to do with them being Zodiacs? I don't get your meaning. Have you discovered anything about their powers? Well, no. They haven't shown any sign of having any powers. Isn't it weird that they all know each other, though? It's not related to the supernatural, therefore we shall have no part of it. But them all being connected could be a huge point of evidence. Really? How so? Well, I mean, if one is a Zodiac, then doesn't it make it more likely that the others are also Zodiacs? Is one a Zodiac? That investigation is still pending. Then for now, it has nothing to do with us. Am I crazy? Am I the only person who thinks that this is weird? He doesn't seem to care in the slightest. Miss Hart, do not misunderstand. Think of it this way. Assuming that the suspects all hold spirits of the Zodiac, then of course they would be affiliated. Our focus is on determining whether they hold those spirits, not on the details of their affiliation. Yes, sir. Good. Now, I have your first article assignment. As you must be aware, Founders Day is imminent. 5 days. And I am not looking forward to all of that traffic. The biggest holiday of the year is a lot of fun, but not for people who need to drive anywhere. Miss Hart, as a supernatural tabloid, our reader base will be expecting an expose on Founders Day. Think of a concept and execute it tomorrow. Tomorrow? Hello? Media deadlines? Yes, sir. It can be brief, but make sure it is original. Citizens of Lunar City are quite tired of the same old overviews. Yes, sir. May fortune find you. Farewell, Miss Hart. An original, exciting, accurate article by tomorrow. Right. Guess it's time for an all-nighter again. Gotta research a bunch of sources, make some calls. Doesn't he have other writers for this? Oh well. A job is a job. Since this article will be on Founders Day, maybe I should take a look at some weird Founders Days of the past. If nothing else, it does seem to attract some odd events. The only remaining question is, how sensational should I be? If I don't throw in a hook, no one will read it, but I don't want to completely neglect accuracy either. There has to be some kind of midpoint. August 24th, 8:20 LE. Canton Silo. On August 29th, the streets of Lunar City will come to life with a prismatic light, vibrant music, and masses of civilians dressed in traditional Kislon for the most widely celebrated holiday of the year, Founders Day. Founders Day announced by the Executive Cabinet as a national holiday following the horrifying. Dude, I don't know. If I was a reader, how would I want it? Horrifying massacre of 525 LE. Aims to remember Lunar City's cultural roots as a push from the Department of Culture. It serves as a day of legend for the founding of Lunar City, which is purportedly started by 12 ancient men and women known as the Zodiacs. Not all of Founders Day is strictly in the past. Even in recent years, the holiday has attracted a myriad of unusual, inexplicable events that are credited to mythological origins. That sounds better than stupid. Are definitely no, that doesn't sound correct. That have been credited to mythological origins. I said like a bloody massacre up there. A horrifying massacre, sorry. On Founders Day of 792 LE, a masked figure garbed in traditional lunar wear materialized on the rooftops of Canton Silo. Without the formality of a personal introduction, this figure proceeded to aid various causes throughout the day, such as abetting fires, locating missing persons, and aiding charity work in the slums of the Canton. Mesmerizing audiences with his powerful charisma and quiet charm, the figure was often theorized to be Zodiac. I don't know if I should be saving these, because I don't know if my choices are, like, okay. Of old. Okay. Authority figures were less than enthusiastic. Obviously the intention is good, said Police Superintendent Jerry Hoyts. But we can't just have unlicensed civilians running around like they're seasoned experts. A lot of people can get hurt in the way. 1. True to their words, the Lunar Police Department dispatched orders to take a masked man into questioning after countless delays, being outmatched by the Zodiac. I like countless delays. My story is beginning to sound more like professional, more than it. After countless days due to the hectic activity of Founders Day, they came up empty-handed. Within 24 hours from his first appearance, the mysterious man had disappeared without a trace. Investigations continued for months, but he had returned to the spirit realm. Don't people believe that? Not one scrap of evidence was found. I like that one more, but it seems too professionally written. Not one scrap of evidence was found. I kind of like that though. I'm sorry if you guys can hear the helicopter. Personally, I find the man somewhat admirable, said Theodore Lewis, one of the notable 12 chairs of the Executive Cabinet as Government Secretary of Health and Human Services. Someone needs to help the citizens. Yes, vigilance can be concerning, and freedom fighters can easily cross the line into terrorism. Does that mean unlicensed citizens should just sit idly by and watch someone burn to death in their own house? This helicopter is really loud and needs to get away from this house. As it gets closer. Go away, rude helicopter. I'm trying to record here. After 28 years, the case is still without leads, and the helicopter is still being loud. It has presumably been dropped. The police have accepted their incapabilities. I kind of like that one. Save here. in supernatural matters. General public sentiment seems to consider the masked man as a vigilant, or at best, a well-wishing citizen. The prospect of a real Zodiac from the legend is not entertained by closed-minded authorities. Oh, I kind of like that. It's like you're kind of hitting them. Our records in 400 LE, specifically during the Zodiac War, are really inadequate, and that's the problem, said Marion Hayworth, the Secretary of Culture of the Executive Cabinet. But this is where we're actually going to stop, because I have no idea how long this is going to be going. This demo is awfully long. Like, I think we made 4 episodes out of this, and each episode is like 30-something minutes long. There's already like 2 hours and maybe a couple minutes of gameplay so far, so that's insane for a demo. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.